What's up, my tactical bitches? It's a long time no see, huh? I haven't done a video in, I want to say, 6 years, 5 years maybe. Yeah, 5 or 6 years. I'm just going to do a quick overview today of a purchase I made about a month ago and discuss how I feel about it. Right here, we have the B&T GHM9 Swiss made. And boy, is this thing made like a Swiss watch. It is wonderful. So, what are we looking at here? We're looking at a pistol caliber carbine. This does have the Cog Works Tailhook, which is on a retractable stock. So you're probably thinking to yourself, you're like, Self, what does this pistol have to offer? It has to offer a lot. Whether it's justified in the price is up to you. It is a high-priced toy, about $2,200, $2,100 with the brace in the Cog Works Tailhook. Without it, you could get it for about $1,500 to $1,600. I am coming over being sick, so you have to deal with me. I might sound a little froggy, a little tired. Alright, on here, we're going to start from the front, work our way back. So it does have a nice and simple 4.33 inch threaded barrel that works on a closed bolt blowback system. I have a TLR1 HL on here, which when holding I can activate with my thumb or this finger on this side, all depending on what I want to do. Works pretty good. Not too bad. That's probably not going to be the final iteration. This quickly, after about 400 rounds, 350 rounds to be exact. I'm sorry, 350 rounds. After 350 rounds, became one of my favorite home defense pistols. It comes with this little mount here for a tether-like sling adapter. This could obviously come off and go in any position. It also, in the front here, has a factory plastic flip-up sight, which includes, when it's laying down, a blade-style front pistol sight. This is easily adjustable toollessly. I have switched the charging handle over to the left side. We're going to do a real quick thing here. This is a 30 round, almost like a Colt stick mag, but it's obviously not. We're going to check to make sure this girl's safe. Right here, you have a bolt hole open. So we're going to bring her back, push that bolt hole open, and she's open. You can see there's nothing in there. We're going to physically check. No, ooh. Ooh. You're a little wet. And you're dirty. Nice. So, we have a ambi controlled magazine release right here. Safety right here. And then, just almost like an AR, we have an ambi bolt release. And on the same side also. The safety, which is very firm. And I sat, for the first couple days I had this, I just sat while on the computer just working this safety back and forth to help loosen it up. For a trigger, I put in a Wilson Combat AR trigger that I had lying around, and it is tremendous. We're going to put her in the danger position. We're just going to double check, make sure she's empty. I know we just did that, but I'm pulling a trigger inside my house. I just want to verify again. So, just like Grantham here, we're going to ghost this together. We're going to see what she's got. So I'm going to slowly pull this. And you'll notice right away, there is no slop. There is no slop at all. And it immediately just breaks. And then we'll do the trigger reset. And then the trigger reset is you're only bringing it right back to that glass rod status right there. And then we'll listen for that reset. That's it, guys. Very nice. Very nice. I'm going to show you something real quick. Now, I want to remind you trolls out there, you internet trolls, that I put this in this lower for demonstration reasons only. This is for demonstration reasons only. It is not staying in this lower. It is never going to be in another lower again. This is the factory trigger group. And what I want you to see is the factory trigger has a pin going through it and then a spring. And that pin and spring have the take up like that. I don't like that at all. Don't like that at all. So it's very, I don't know why they built that in there like that. It's not a safety factor if you ask me. I don't, very, very weird. So now there are some issues with putting AR triggers in here. Not all of them work. Some of them have issues with the safety. As far as mine goes, it works fine. I mean, I did that immediately. So we got the Spark AR on here. I was hesitant about doing something with the Spark or anything like that that wasn't a non-combat site, combat proven red dot optic or anything like that. But then I realized, what fucking combat am I going into? What, somebody going to take the Doritos out of my closet or something like that? I mean, what combat site am I going into? Just in case I forgot, this is a threaded 1/2x28 barrel with a knurled thread protector on there, almost like a pistol. Sort of like the SIG, but the SIG is reverse thread, where this is not. Alright, you see that? Okay. Alright. Charging handle, I did move to the left. It can go, obviously, on any side. I moved it to the left. I don't like the AK rack. If I can avoid it, I don't like it. On an AK, I actually do like it. It's, some things feel natural in certain situations or certain... just like a sports car with a stick shift. It just feels natural. It feels right. Whether you've ever driven one or seen one, if you're an alien that comes down to this planet, you're going to sit there, jump in the new Corvette and be like, where's the stick shift? I don't know why an alien would talk like an Indian, but whatever. Where's the stick shift? So this is the Spark AR. Pleasantly surprised by this. Now, I watched a bunch of reviews. Alabama Arsenal, I believe, had one on this. I believe it was Alabama Arsenal. But, I mean, they shoot the shit. They do everything to it. So I'm not worried about its reliability. No longer am I worried about reliability on sites like this, especially having a $1,000 Trijicon go bad 3 times to the point where the 4th time they finally sent me a brand new one. And having a Surefire go bad to the point where I had to get a new one from Surefire. You spend maximum amount of dollars thinking you're getting something more reliable, and it turns out that that's not the case. So the Spark AR on here, well, first of all, I thought it looked as far as red dots go, or any optic for that matter, with the square body of this, I felt that this matched the pistol perfectly, especially with the simple fact that it's already a slim pistol, and this kind of fits that slim profile. So that worked out great. The back obviously has your pistol style sights here, which really don't matter with this Spark AR, because the Spark AR does not have the ability to, sorry, I just whacked the shit out of the camera, does not have the ability to be seen through like that. One thing I do want to talk about real quick is the brace. Now, you're thinking, wow, 3 positions. 3 positions. You got 1 position, 2 position, and then that's it. Why? Because for some reason, this is not on all of them, because I've seen them. Now, I can't tell you if the people that I've seen pictures of did not do what I'm about to explain that I'm going to do, or whatever. But I'm going to have to measure and cut this, probably cut it short. This way I could kind of sand it to be perfect. So when it is fully locked, it's going to be in the 3rd position. Because if you don't cut it right, let's say this is the 3rd position, just for shit's sake. If you don't cut it right, you might be off. you might be off a little bit. So when you go to use you'll have a little play, because it will obviously come out further than it should if this is not cut correctly. You know, so I got to make sure that where I cut it and where it meets up is just like on the second position, where it can't go any further. It's in maximum lockup position, and you're good to go. Okay, so getting to this Cog Works Tailhook. Wow, this is great too. I mean, this firearm, or a pistol, I should say, this pistol itself, I heard that it was really well made. I held it at a store. Was like, yeah, this feels really good. But when I started shooting it, we're gonna get into the accuracy of this thing in a little bit. But this Cog Works here, this is really nice too. I mean, I love that fact that it's milled aluminum. I could never tell what it was made out of, and I guess people told you what it was made out of during the reviews, but I never paid attention. So just like almost like a magazine release or something like that, you've got this little lever here, and this just snaps into place also so lovingly. I love that sound. I love that. I love when something is so well put together that, and there's no rattle, there's no movement, there's nothing. And with this open in your hand in there, I mean, that's just really nice. From what I understand, you could adjust this somehow. I'm not sure. I don't see a way of adjusting it, to be honest. Yeah, I don't see a way of adjusting that. But that just feels real nice. That feels really nice. It looks a little weird. Yes, it looks a little weird from the side. You know, it looks like it just goes straight down. There is no curvature to it. There's no anything to it. But, you know, it is what it is. I mean, it has a sling adapter right here. It just feels really nice. And it matches the, I want to say contemporary. Is it contemporary, or what's the word I'm looking for? It matches the build of this firearm. Just the blocky, straight line build of this. One thing they do have coming out, I don't know if it's out yet, I gotta be honest, I really don't know, is a Glock, and I know, we don't need to say any more about that, but it's got a Glock magazine lower. Now, these magazines right now on like Magazine Warehouse, you're looking at $49.99. Okay, I definitely want to get probably about 4 or 5 more, probably 4, so I have a total of 5. But I think I'd much rather have 6 of these factory magazines at $50 a piece. But I am going to be doing the lower. It's $425, the Glock lower. $425, that's a little expensive if you ask me. And then you also got to keep in mind that I'm going to have to put this trigger in that Glock, and then I'll put the factory trigger, this guy right here, I'll put that back in here. But I'm going to put this in the Glock version. Due to the fact that I own Glock 9mm pistols, I want the ability to have that commonality. I am not a Glock tard. I do not need the Glock magazine capability. I'm not going to sit there and judge this firearm, this pistol, because it doesn't have the Glock magazine, ability. But I look at it in a couple different ways. I could have 50 Glock magazines, and I could use them for half a dozen of my firearms, my handguns and pistol caliber carbines and stuff like that. Just like the ARs, I got like 50 AR magazines, which to me is a quarter of what I really truly want. And I'm looking to buy a case of 100 soon. I'm actually going to probably do that before Christmas. This Gun Mag Warehouse has, I think it's like $900 or $979 or something like that for a case of 100 PMags. That's not bad. I've seen them cheaper at gun shows, so I got to look. Sometimes gun shows are more expensive. In fact, I find that they usually are more expensive. The accuracy. So that's something to think about, is having the Glock magazine lower. The capability that you can go to a range and have fun all day with the same magazines, not have to, do anything. It doesn't matter. I mean, it really in the long run really doesn't fucking matter. But I like that commonality between the two different weapons. So the accuracy of this, wow. Wow, that's all I have to say. I strapped this bad boy in a little lead sled there to dial in the red dot, and I was getting, first of all, it took like 2 shots to dial in the red dot, but I was getting, no lie, using Blazer, 115 grain, I think it was 115 grain, 9mm, just 25 yards. The bullets were following each other like a laser into the same hole for about 20 rounds. And that's all I put in the mag at that point. Just 20 rounds right in the same hole. By the time I was done, it looked like somebody had just shot a slug from a shotgun through the target. It was just one hole that was maybe about, I don't know, yay big, whatever that is. Well, let me, hold on. If I'm jerking off, it's about right there. So, no, I'm sorry. If I'm jerking off, it's like this. It's like, I'm like, and then I got a friend to help me with the balls. But about 3/4 of an inch. 3/4 of an inch, solid, punched out hole, 20 rounds in the lead sled. Holding the firearm, the pistol, holding it, shooting it while standing. Basically the same effect. I did some rapid fires, and I noticed one thing with the rapid fire, which was really cool, is you would have the target, right? The first shot, almost guaranteed bullseye, 25 yards. Guaranteed bullseye. And then when you would rapid fire, I would get nothing to the left or to the right for the width of the bullseye, which is a what? 1 inch, 1 MOA? 1 inch. But up and down by about 3 inches, rapid fire, rapid succession, would be completely cut out. Almost like somebody cut out a box, you know? A triangle out of the, not a triangle, a square, a box out of the, what the hell's that? The target. Pretty cool, pretty cool. So it showed me that as I was rising and compensating, during the rapid fire, when I was rising and compensating, and I didn't have any problems with it going left to right. So that was really impressive. And the next firearm I'm going to be talking about, the next pistol I'm going to be talking about, I'll explain why I was even more impressed with that. But that's it, guys. This is the GHM9. This is not a run and gun review. This is not there's so many of the guys that really concentrate. They do this for a living. This is just something I bought because I appreciated the design, appreciate the craftsmanship, appreciate the ability of it and the capability of it, the ability to just use this in such an accurate way and just have a really good time. I'm really getting into these sub style guns. I'm looking to get that LWRC SMG 45, the Noveske, what is that, Space Invader, the Zenith MP5. There's so many. I've already got the MPX-K. I've already got the AR style. So we'll see. All right, guys. Well, it's been a long time since I did a video, and I just felt like getting back on here and doing some more videos. Just showing you something I appreciate, something I think that is really nice. And I got to tell you, it's like $1,600 without the brace, $2,100 with the brace. You know, it's 6.57 pounds. You're dealing with 15.6 inches right here, and then when this is retracted all the way. Now, I got to be honest, I didn't measure it because I'm not sure if that retracted, and I don't have a tape measure with me. I'm not sure if that, yeah, I don't. If that 21.5 that they show with this brace system on here includes that third position, but I believe it does because I think in their pictures, this is actually cut correctly. So this is most likely 20.5 if that's the case, about an inch shorter than that. That's it, guys. I mean, very gorgeously made pistol. I think it's the cat's meow. Very happy with it. Love the markings. Love how the markings kind of mixed with the TLR and the Vortex, the white lettering on it already. I think that's pretty cool. I gotta admit, I think this is a very well built, well designed, good looking, and this is something like this is a cool factor fire. I mean, I'm not a contractor that's ever going to need something like this. So for me, this is a cool factor. This isn't a necessity in design due to my career choice or anything like that. Or this is just a really cool looking pistol with a brace, and I love it. All right, guys. I love you. Stay frosty, my tactical bitches.